thing on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to DFS Deep Dive. I am Maverick. I will be your host today. As you can see, we're one man short. Brian has some personal issues going on, so he will not be joining us tonight. It is just me and Luke here tonight. We will be covering NFL daily fantasy content. And as always, as we have the entire year, we are still using DraftKings as our platform. This pod here is a recurring weekly Friday night pod, and we are a part of the Cut Podcast Network. And you can find them on the Cut FFB. Talking about the Cut FFB, they are also this pod is sponsored. Where is it? I have it here somewhere. I gotta get all this stuff. Okay, they are sponsored by Better Fantasy. Better is spelled Bettor Fantasy. It is a new free-to-play app that lets you sync your fantasy football league and bet on your matchups. That sounds like fun. You can cash out for gift cards when your bets hit and help raise money for charity along the way as well. It is a brand new company looking to grow their community they have currently. It is free to play. You can download today on iPhone and Android. You can also use the code THECUT when you create your account to receive 1,000 Better credits when you start your account. Thank you, Better Fantasy, for sponsoring this episode today. As for me, because the overlay we normally use is made for 3 of us, but there's only 2. I will show y'all guys currently how it looks so you can see. So I don't have it up today. So my name, I have my Twitter account there, protagonist TV _. The TV at the end just stands for Twitch. I'm a gamer, so I do stream when I do play. So there's that. In terms of fantasy content, I just got into like doing fantasy content this year. So I joined the Cut because they were looking for people. So I'm like, let me get my feet wet. So here I am with them. This is pretty much all I do. I am not a writer whatsoever. Like Brian, Vandy grad, he writes like 1 million articles a week. I can't write, so I am not doing that. So this is all I do for now. And on Twitter, I debate fantasy, rankings and all that stuff. I'm a Patriots fan, so you see me every week talking Patriots football. So if you hate the Patriots like everybody else does, feel free, hit that follow button. We can talk sports, man. I'm okay with that.
Or you can share pictures making fun of Chase Claypool.
That too.
It was pretty funny.
Everybody had everything.
Oh my gosh, it never ended. Anyway, guys, my name is Lucas Deepow. You can find me at Lucas Deepow on Twitter, with the Cut Network and talking anything Pittsburgh Steelers, Columbus Blue Jackets, Ohio State Buckeyes, fantasy and whatnot. I'm with Maverick, first year with the Cut. Get my feet wet as well. We're here for DFS devices, you guys can tell. So get it rolling here.
Oh yeah. We will be rating out or showing you guys Brian's lineup as well. He did give us his lineups and his spread picks as well. So don't worry. We'll give you everything. Let me just share my screen. Let's get this rolling. Add to stream. There we go. First, we will start with mine. This was a bit rough because I couldn't play my guys. Like nobody was available. No Patriots, no Bucks, no Vikings, no D-Hop. Even though I wasn't gonna pick D-Hop because he's been hurt, battling injuries all year, which sucks to see for like my favorite receiver, like my number one favorite receiver still in the league. So it sucks to see him at this point in his career winding down. Because before D-Hop, it was Fitz. Then you had Moss. So those are my guys, early on. So now after D-Hop, it's Jefferson. You still got like Mike Evans, some of my favorites. So this is just one of those weird weeks where I don't have any of my guys that I can pick from.
I've been waiting since last week to see this lineup. So we were kind of mentioning this last week. Especially since we only have 9 games to pick from.
My first quarterback I had here, I did have Trevor Lawrence, and then I was just like, this looks a little too ugly, so let's not go with Trevor Lawrence, and we went with Aaron Rodgers instead. We definitely spent the difference here. Trevor Lawrence is 5,100, so we spent 2,400 more on a quarterback here.
It's a bit of an adjustment.
Running back, you're gonna see this the entire night. Aaron Rodgers 7,500, by the way, yeah. For running back, we went with J-Rob at 5,400. I think the entire universe is playing J-Rob this week. Now at 6,100, I went with Javonte Williams. He's on my redraft league, and he's just been going off. I will gladly play him at 6,100. Now to stack with A-Rod, I went with Devontae Adams. He's doing what he normally does, and that's balling out the last 3 weeks. 37, 21, 33. So I'm hoping he continues. After that, I went with Christian Kirk at 53. He is either the clear-cut number 2 or number 3, whichever, but there's no D-hop, so he gets bumped up a little bit. Hopefully all the touchdowns don't go to Connor. That's what we're hoping for here. And at 5,200, I went with my low-key guy that I picked the last 2 weeks, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is somebody I was hoping the Patriots drafted, but they signed just about 4 different receivers, so he's not needed. But he's been stepping up the last 2 weeks. 15 points and 24, and the touches the targets are there. 12 and 12 the last 2 weeks. At tight end, I'm at this point strapped for cash, but we still managed to fit Dawson Knox at 51. Obviously, I'm the kind of guy that will save the flex for last, so we went defense, and we got 49ers at 31. This is probably gonna be I'm expecting a low scoring game because I don't know. I kind of just went with the best defense I could for the money. Do I have a logical reason? Not really. I feel like you could go either which way you can on defense. Texans or Jaguars could be pretty solid defenses. I was leaning Broncos defense. Usually they play pretty well at home, and if they play well at home, usually their defense is going to give you a couple of turnovers, a couple of sacks, because it's really hard to play in Denver. But I went with San Francisco here. I think they'll be able to get after Matt Ryan, and that they're fighting for a playoff spot still. They don't have I don't think they have a wild card spot yet, right?
No.
I know Washington still has. Let me look. 40, okay, so yeah, they're the 6th seed. So they have nothing locked in yet. You have Washington, Minnesota, Philly, Atlanta, and New Orleans, all 6 and 7. And if the 49ers lose this game to the Falcons, they flip-flop pretty much, because now the Falcons will own the tiebreaker for beating them. So this is a big game regardless. And the 49ers, talent-wise, should be able to just blow out the Falcons, or they should be able to take this no problem. Sure, and they're at home. So there was some reason why I picked them. But for my flex, we dug deep for the flex. Let's see, 3,200. Where is he? 3,200. Why can't I find him all of a sudden?
There he is.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios. He had 10 targets last week with no Corey Davis, no Elijah Moore. So he slid in there as the number 2 receiver, and he had 10 targets. I mean, sure, he caught 6 for 52 yards, but that was against a very strong Saints defense. Now they play Miami, who's solid defense, yes, but not as strong as New Orleans, I would say. Zach Wilson will have more reps with Berrios, so the chemistry will be a lot better this time around. So, and the last time Berrios had so many targets, he had 11 week 2 against New England and still gave you 73 yards and 14 points. So I'm expecting he's gonna obviously I expect him to outproduce his salary here.
For sure.
That leaves you with 200 left over.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if any of the pivots ever done match your pricing of if you would rather switch. Not quarterback. Not running back. They have a lot. Maybe a couple receiver pivots. I don't know if you'd rather go that route. Would you rather have Michael Gallup over Christian Kirk?
I definitely thought about that. I actually really thought about that.
He's 55. He feels a little underpriced.
Yeah,
They kind of own the Giants, but they could also get up quick. It could just be a Zeke game too.
Mm-hmm.
That game might not be close.
The reason I don't really side with Gallup or even like CD Lamb or anything like that is because too many mouths to feed.
Right.
And this game could be over in the first half.
For sure, yeah. You also could go just because I know my Steelers secondary isn't very good. Either St. Brown or Kirk up to Julio Jones.
I forgot he was playing.
But... Yeah, he played last week, but they played Jacksonville. They didn't really need him. I think they just got his feet wet, but we have given up a lot of pass yards, and he could have a sneaky game this week too with A.J. Brown still being on the shelf, obviously.
Oh, you know who I didn't look at? Bateman at 5,000.
Well, he's not gonna have Lamar, but I tell you what, that Huntley guy sure liked him last week, didn't he? Huntley, like, oh, that's what I've tried to play Bateman like 4 times on this, and he's killed me. And then Lamar goes out and he has a good game, and I think Hollywood Brown could be out.
Honestly, I would play Kirk over Bateman. I might actually do that. That leaves me with 500.
What's the price difference? Is he 5?
No, he's 5K.
Oh, he's 5 flat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that gives you a little leeway.
Yeah, no, that puts me 500. That I can go from San Francisco defense to Cowboys defense, and I think Micah Parsons is going to eat the Giants alive.
Yeah, I don't see really how the Giants. They said they're going to run. Jake Fromm has his own set of plays. I'm sure the Cowboys are scared. Yikes! That could be a mess. I feel so bad for Saquon. Yeah. Other than that, like the other pivots ever down. Or mostly guys wouldn't fit the price. I'm seeing through Brian's pivots here that he sent us. Let's see. Rogers already has. Connor 64.
So
what about? No, you're good. It doesn't fit the price. Go ahead.
I'll say there's so many people just out postponed.
Yeah. We should probably mention if you want to go through the Kobe games though, because we only have 9 games on the slate now. We're supposed to be 11, and we lost. Rams and Seahawks and
Washington and Philly.
Yeah. On top of the 2 Saturday games we already had scheduled and the Thursday game.
Yeah, the Cleveland games moved to Tuesday. And then you got Washington versus Philly, so you can't use Hurts or Gibby or.
Yeah, Gibson was in my lineup.
I think Goddard would have been a solid play if because I don't think Jalen Hurts is still playing. Well, maybe now because he's having the extra days of rest, but he wasn't leaning towards playing.
He did get a full practice in today.
Okay.
So maybe it was good.
You're not going to have Kupp and Stafford and Sony Michel and OBJ.
Penny? Rashard Penny back to life.
So many people like him. I'm not touching him.
Not against the Rams. No, he ran all over Houston. Like, okay.
So, yeah, those are some players. And then you got people on IR, COVID. Let's see DJ Henderson, Miles Sanders postponed.
There's one player that fit into a pivot from Brian to you. He is Jerry Judy at 5,400 against Cincy. You could swap him out for St. Brown or Kirk. What do you feel?
Jerry, I am out on both receivers.
I am out on Sutton because it's funny. It seems like the day Sutton got paid, he's like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, but 5 for 47 for 9 points. So many people were high on Judy and Sutton once Bridgewater got signed, and because of what he did with Carolina last year. And I'm like, no, that's the reason why I am out.
Yeah.
People must have forgotten that with no McCaffrey to eat up like 100 targets.
Yeah,
for the season.
If a receiver, I would play Judy over Sutton if I had to pick one of the two. But yeah, I'm with you. I would play Javonte and Melvin Gordon, and that's about it. I'm fine with either of those two.
That's it.
They're both running well, and I mean, if one of them would get hurt, one would be even better. But if they're both playing, I'm fine with playing either of them. What is Melvin's price? I didn't even see him this week. I was looking for him.
Melvin Gordon is 59. That's still not bad.
Yeah, so 200 cheaper. Probably. I mean, Javonte's just got the bigger upside because he can break it open a little more. But
Yeah. Well, people don't realize because I just looked up Bridgewater's stats. His best season with the Vikings, where he had Stephon Diggs and Adrian Peterson, their offense, their passing offense, I think was bottom 3 in the league.
sounds about right.
Yeah, so I was just never high on Bridgewater ever. So I don't know. That's just me.
Maybe a QB better for a real NFL team than a fantasy. Like, yeah, he can win you some gains, but not going to give you the stats.
All right, you can give us your lineup.
Okay. For quarterback, my original got changed a little bit because I did have Antonio Gibson in the original lineup. Of course, the one day I do it a day early. Naturally, we get all this crap going on. But I went with Jimmy Garoppolo at 5,800. We were already down spending at the quarterback this week. Not really scared of the Falcons D. He's been decent for fantasy. Still makes a couple bonehead picks every now and then, but if you can get the 2 TDs out of him and
No
maybe
interceptions.
Yeah, I mean he'll do that. I'm just ready for that. He'll make a bonehead play here or there. Elijah Mitchell did get ruled out today, so should be another more throwing day and some more Deebo Samuel in the backfield. He is their best running back. Let's be real. And man, the way he's thrown to George Kittle the last 2 weeks, my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump to that just to get that stack out of the way because we did stack him with Kittle. So though I don't know the way Kittle's played the last 2 weeks, he's priced appropriately. The Bengals just didn't want to cover him, and even when they tried, they couldn't. So when Kittle's on, he's on. I know he gets hurt a lot, but he's healthy right now. And that's not good for him.
He is my tight end 2. In the
offseason,
he was my tight end 2. If healthy, he should be a clear cut tight end 2.
Right. It's funny, fantasy playoff times, there's Kelsey and Kittle are back to being what they normally are. Kelsey last night, my God. Sorry for anybody having to play against him.
So upset watching that.
They're really going to let him score in overtime. Yep, there he goes. He's not that fast. And okay.
No, he just no cuts, nothing. He just
right. Just don't worry, Charger fans. We're not going to rack on you too much. Except that Matt's a little mad because he wants that 1 seed, but
So the Chargers just hate the Patriots. They couldn't do us a solid.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. At running back, Matt mentioned you're going to see him a lot with James Robinson. But 5,400. Best thing could have happened is Urban getting fired. I think they'll go back to saying, you know what, this is our guy, and they're playing Houston. Talk about a get-right game.
The interim coach already said it. He's our starter.
Yeah, and Carlos Hyde is ruled out due to injury already.
Yeah, somebody has to run the ball then.
Yeah. That's funny you mentioned Trevor Lawrence, too, because I almost did a Lawrence Marvin Jones stack. And I was like, I'm not going to go there.
I was going to do Trevor Lawrence and J-Rob.
You were going to do Lawrence and J-Rob? The interim head coach was the offensive coordinator in Detroit with Marvin Jones.
That makes sense.
So I think he was part of the reason he got brought down there. So Marvin Jones could be another good play. I don't think any of us had him, but he was only 4,600 too for definitely a pivot. Could be sneaky. He'll definitely get 10 points, I think. Maybe a touchdown. Our next running back's coming off the COVID list, Myles Gaskin at 5,600. This is more of a play of start any running back against the Jets because they're horrible on defense. Now, he's not – I don't know if he's 100% good to go. I don't see a questionable tag.
Nah, there's no questionable.
Okay, yeah, then I'm fine with him. He's the only guy they really got that I trust down there. So I think he is. They will have some goal line opportunities and should see the rock a bunch. A wide receiver, after going a couple cheapy running backs, we went with my boy Deontay Johnson at 7,500. He's a PPR man, and the Titans secondary is not good. They have one good safety, and that's about it. They are going to have Bud Dupree back from what I'm hearing, of course, because he's playing us and he wants his revenge game. So I'm a little worried about our line, but Roethlisberger sure does like to force it Deontay, though. He'll have 10 targets, most likely. Next receiver was A.J. Green, 4,900. And Mav had Kirk had A.J. Green. I'm fine with either of them. It's Detroit, and Hopkins is out. They both should get targets. A.J. Green had 100 yards last week. And
he was the only one that did anything last week.
Yeah, I know. I needed some out of Hopkins, and I lost by like 7 points. I was kind of disappointed, but obviously Hopkins is, like you said, he's not 100%. They finally did the right thing.
Yeah, every time they brought him back, he went down again.
Yeah, they probably waited too long, honestly. No, I don't. They say he's going to be around the postseason. I don't see it. I think I don't know if we're going to see him again this year, personally. Unless maybe they make a Super Bowl, maybe. But AJ and Kirk are probably going to be good plays the rest of the year, most likely. And they could get Chase Edmonds back this week, too. So we'll see what happens with that.
It's a little boost.
Yeah. Just hope the receivers get some before they get too far ahead on Detroit, so they stop throwing. That's the only problem. Next receiver is 4,300, Devontae Parker. 2 Dolphins. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. This is how bad I like fading the Jets. But, again, Jalen Waddle's on COVID. He is out. And when he actually plays, now hopefully he lasts through the game, but he does get targets. And
yeah, I was going to say he has 11, 16, and 17, but then you realize that was week 13, 8, and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got to be out there. If he plays the whole game, it's a good play. It's underpriced, I think. But and Tua's been hot, man. He's maybe getting it figured out a little bit. So,
well, I mean, can't trade him now.
Yeah, right. I think Deshaun Watson's going to end up in Carolina. It's sure looking that way. I don't know where else he's going to go.
The team's in shambles.
Yeah. Well, they can't figure out quarterback. They'll probably give Deshaun Watson whatever they want. They'll probably name the stadium after him just to get him to come there. At Flex, I'm going to play a very popular player on the show, especially from me and Mav. Brandon Cooks at 5,800.
I thought about it.
I was wondering.
It.
Davis Mills is in. He throws it to him. That's for sure. He had 100 yards last week, and he had 100 yards week 1 against Jacksonville. And Tyrod Taylor seemed to start to go away from him. When Davis Mills is in, he looks at one guy, and he said, where's Brandon Cooks? Because he's the only damn good receiver they got. And Nico Collins, rookie, might be okay. But Cooks is the proven vet, and I don't see how he doesn't get 10 targets in this game. 5 for 50 is probably the floor, I think. Got a chance at a touchdown, too. And Houston Jack, man, why? We both have a lot of pieces in that game. It's kind of weird. It's just kind of how it is. Too bad team.
I just got J-Rob, right?
Yeah. But I mean, like you mentioned Trevor Lawrence and I mentioned Mark. I think we're all like the main pieces you can play, I think. And then for defense, at 3,200, I'm going with Buffalo. Like, is anybody scared of Carolina right now? Like,
they better be scared of Cam. Cam's going to go for no passing yards, but 200 rushing yards.
I mean, I don't like it with Tre'Davious White out. DJ Moore could have a good game. He's battling a hamstring injury too, and if they keep doing this multiple quarterback crap, now they're saying Sam Darnold may get. I don't know what they're. I don't think they know what they're doing.
I heard about that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, just give me Buffalo. They need to win a game bad, and they know it because unless they're overlooking this game, looking at New England next week, scared of their dad, and up there in Foxborough, and
you, probably thinking go for no passing yards and 200 rushing yards. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
That's scary. That was mine. My own pivot was my original lineup with Ben instead of Garoppolo. He's 56 instead of 58.
I have a very nice pivot here. You can go from Cooks to Bateman, so that's an extra 800, and you go from Gaskins to Connor.
Okay. Did they ever give the official status on Connor? Is he good to go? I know something's with his knee. But yeah, I mean, it's Detroit. They're horrible against the run. But yeah, I mean, if he's good to go, absolutely. Even if Evans is back, Connor's just playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say about Big Ben, though, my little homer stat here, he's 5,600. In the last 8 games, he has 15 TDs and 3 picks. So Ben has played a little bit better in terms of fantasy. I know he still looks old and broken out there, and especially when he runs, but our defense is bad, and he's slinging the rock a little bit. So, and Tennessee's D isn't very good. I don't believe Tennessee's a very good team with all the injuries, personally. But yeah, I don't mind Roethlisberger at 5,600 this week, or even 100 less could stack with Parker. Could throw 2 out there against the Jets too if you don't want to play Jimmy G. And 2 has been red hot as well.
We'll just do it. He's 100 less. He's 57.
Yeah. So yeah, you can throw him in there, and then you have 200 to play with. Other than that,
I mean, against
don't click Davis Mills.
Davis Mills 330 and a touchdown. Now he's up against Jacksonville.
I mean, we do like Brandon Cooks.
Davis Mills, Brandon Cook stack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
I'm gonna send one of them home COVID tests over to you. Mail it. You're talking about Davis Mills. You're talking about Cam Newton rush for 200 yards.
Yeah, I mean, because he isn't gonna pass the ball. We know that. And you had Brady running out there last week.
Now, one guy I didn't be a homer with it because I had 100 left. The boy I made fun of beginning of the podcast, Claypool's 5,900. Titan secondary, he could catch a bomb. Brandon
Claypool is
Cooks
how
seems
much?
5,900. So I could go up with the 100 from Cooks off of him. Does he catch the bomb? I don't like I already like Ben, but I wasn't trying to play Deontay and Claypool. But if you want to go off Deontay and play a better, another, that's 7,500 using on Deontay. So if you want to go up to, if you want to steal a receiver and you want to do Claypool instead Deontay, I'm fine with it. Other receivers, I don't really have a whole lot more.
You can go Deontay to CD, who's 100 less.
There you go. So would you rather have Deontay and Cooks or Claypool and CD? It's tough.
I mean, I don't want Claypool on my team.
What, man? You don't want to have the memes and the airplane dancing?
I'm okay. I'm all right. But no, that was like the biggest pivot that I had. From Cooks to Bateman, and then you can go Gaskin to Connor if he's healthy.
I'm fine with that. I do want to throw Marquez Valdez Scantling out at 4,900 too. Man, the Ravens secondary is depleted, and he could catch a bomb. If you want to throw him out there at 4,900, he'll get a couple deep shots. And Randall Cobb's still out, so I mean, I think he's the number 2. Lazard gets targets too. That's what's kind of scary. So I don't know how competitive the Ravens can stay in this game without Lamar and their secondary being absolutely demolished. This could be just a Packer runaway game here.
Robbie with no DJ Moore could be an interesting play at 4,800.
I don't know. I am a personal non-fan of Robbie Anderson.
Oh, he played well last week.
I know. When he scored, it was just kind of like, ugh. But yeah, if DJ Moore's out, he will be the one. So that's fine. Dante Foreman, 5,200. Running back, Steelers cannot stop the ground. I think you and me could run against the Steelers right now, and he's getting the workload, I think, now. They pulled him out of the game when they got up and put Jeremy McNichols in, but he could be sneaky as well. If the Steelers' run D is still as bad as it's been, he could be good.
Devontae Freeman at 55 could be an interesting play.
I'm trying to see if there's any other. Do you have any low tight ends you like this week? I know Brian said he didn't really like any. There's only one I like, and it's because I keep throwing him out every week. Is that O'Shaughnessy for Jacksonville is 3,200. Here we go.
Wrong guy.
Going back to the Jacksonville-Houston game, apparently our favorite game on the slate, but I don't know. I was gonna like my Ricky Seals-Jones boy, but that game got postponed.
No, I don't. I played him last week. I do not want to talk about this man. I do not want to talk about him. No, I can't talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, who else low?
He had two drops. I was so because I needed points from somebody because I have Hawkinson in my redraft team, and so I was like, all right, so it's either Noah Fant or this guy, and I was like, all right, let's try Ricky Seals-Jones. I know that's Luke's boy. Let's give him a shot. So I was watching the game, and I'm like, I can't believe what I'm watching here. He had 2 drops. I just can't believe this is what I'm watching. So I was just like, I do not want to talk about no Ricky Seals-Jones. I don't want
you could always play your boy Evan Engram at 3,100. Your other favorite tight end.
Oh my God, this guy! 1.8 points last week. You want that's as far as I'm looking.
That's funny.
I mean, Brevin Jordan. If you want to keep talking about Jacksonville, Houston.
Oh my God. I think we need to go bet the over in this game because we like points and we think it's going to be fun. I have stashed Jordan in both the Dynasty Leagues he was available, actually, though. I think he's somebody in Dynasty Leagues you do need to go add because he's a rookie and he looks really good.
Dude, Hayden Hurst, was he like a top 5 tight end last year? He is.
He scored last week finally.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he
don't
had one
play
target
him
for 3 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm trying to see if I had any other pivots wrote down. I had Jeff Wilson wrote down at 5K, but man, every time Elijah Mitchell's out, he just hasn't been very good. When Elijah Mitchell's out, they just use Debo a lot more. So I'm not a huge fan.
I am so glad to now jump on the Chubba Hubbard.
Chubba I know his name's a mouthful, but yeah.
I'm glad I did not jump on that hype train, especially with Cam Newton back. Jesus.
Do you like Russell Gage at 5,800?
He's been very solid. Like I had him as very good, like as a solid wide receiver too, with Ridley and Gage. Mm-hmm. I mean, he disappointed the first half of the season. I mean, he had some solid games here and there, like week 7 when he came back from injury. Yeah. But the first 2 weeks,
he's getting there now.
Yeah, I mean, now he's a wide receiver 1 on this team. So
And he's the same price as Brandon Cooks, so I don't know if you'd rather play Gage or Cooks. That's probably pretty even. I'd be fine with either one.
I think that's even.
They're priced appropriately. That's a good play. Other than that, I had Amari Cooper wrote down at 6,400 too. I mean, that's the same thing though. They're gonna get up on the Giants. He seems like he's just always underpriced. Like I always want to play him just because I know what he can do. We've seen Amari Cooper.
I think he's had like 4 solid games this season, and that makes me like hesitant to play him.
He's like Hopkins. He's not 100%. They keep playing him.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's too late in the year now. Now you just got to play him, but I don't think he's all the way there. And it's T. Higgins is 6,500. He's been red hot, 3 straight 100-yard games.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just that Week 11 game against Vegas. Other than that, he's been extremely solid.
Yeah, does Denver's defense scare you enough off of him for what you never know what you're going to get out of the Cincinnati Bengals squad?
Yeah.
Denver, I mean, in Denver too, like you said, they're tough at home. It's a tough place to play. You can't breathe up there. Joe Burrow's first trip up there. We'll see how they do. It's going to be a tough spot for a young team. But I don't see how you cannot play T. Higgins either. Which way?
Right now to share Brian's lineup.
You want me to read them off to you?
No,
I'll read them off. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah. He had Kyler Murray at 7,900, which is who I was one of the quarterbacks I was going to play earlier. His stack with him is at 5,300. Same receiver I had, Christian Kirk. Probably the same thought process. No D-Hop. He's probably the wide receiver 1 or 2 now, alongside AJ Green. So pick your poison, take your pick. He went with a homer pick here because he's also a Steelers fan. Najee Harris at 78. Ben is now the dump off king. So,
hey,
and I mean,
we'll 20. Take that talk over here.
I mean, all season he's been extremely solid. Like he's been very good all year.
It's because they get the ball somewhere. We're killing him. He's not going to last 5 years if we don't fix shit. I mean, he's gonna be Todd Gurley. Is what's gonna happen if Pittsburgh doesn't adjust their line. They're gonna blow him out, and
probably
he'll get past his rookie contract. That's gonna be a little scary, but hopefully not. Because he is talented.
At 5,400, this is same guy, James Robinson. We all played him, knowing our luck. You guys should not play him because he's
gonna get hurt first play of the game.
Yeah, right.
I can already see it happening.
This is just our luck. It's what's gonna happen. His wide receiver. Okay, so I played Christian Kirk, and then he had Deontay Johnson, same homer pick. Deontay Johnson, same receiver as you at 7,500.
Yeah,
he has 2 Steelers here.
Player. Yeah, we got 4 of the same players. That's real.
Yeah, Kirk, J-Rob, and you got Deontay Johnson alongside with him. So yeah, we don't got to talk about much about Deontay Johnson. You went over that.
Yeah.
And at 4,300, same player you got, Devontae Parker. There was no Jalen Waddle. Somebody has to catch the ball. Wait, you could pivot. Who's their tight end?
He's got him in his lineup too.
That's he does?
Yeah. He doubled up the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. See, I was going to say, there's no Waddle. Somebody has to catch the ball, and Waddle gets like a million targets a game, whether they're behind the line of scrimmage or not. So, yeah, Gasicki.
Would you pivot off to go back to your lineup? Would you rather play Gasicki over Knox then? Because he's 100 cheaper than Knox. That would give you 300 to play if you did it back to. I guess we didn't go over Gasecki with your line. It would fit yours.
It would actually. I'll stick with Knox. I'll be different.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody has to be. You to me,
right?
You missed the meeting with me and Brian. Apparently, I didn't.
Yeah, right. So his flex here, he went at 3,700. See, like I love how under 4,000, you got some people you could actually play. 3,700. He went Gabe Davis, who played very well last week. Sure, his stat line doesn't look like it, but I feel like he played very well.
I seen an injury thing come out today about Manny Sanders. Is he out?
He's expected to miss.
Yeah, so that makes Gabe Davis even better.
Wait, yeah, and Cole Beasley.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like he like doubled on like every pick here. Well, other than like the Jags, which is always
he did.
He went Buffalo, so right. He went Gabe Davis and Bills defense, Gesicki and Parker, Deontay and Najee, Murray and Kirk. The only one that doesn't have like a stack here is J-Rob.
I guess you'll have that when you only have 9 games. It gets a little tricky, and there's some teams you don't want to play at all.
Yeah. Any pivots with this lineup here? He has nothing left over.
The only pivot I wrote down of any position that we haven't mentioned yet was Dak at 6,500, and obviously the price is way off. But I do like Dak this week. I think I like all the Cowboys this week. The Giants.
Dak
stink.
at 65, so that's minus 1,400. So now you got 1,400 to play with. Like, where are you even going to go with 14?
You can get wild there. You can change everything.
68. You can go Aaron Jones, who at the second half of that game sat out, unfortunately.
I would say he's banged up too.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon came out first last week, and I'm just staying off Aaron Jones because I think they are slowly transitioning that over.
Well, no, I think they're just working him back in.
It could be. What about, could he get up to, if he went to Dak, he could go from Deontay to Devo. And we know without Elijah Mitchell, Devo's going to touch the ball a lot.
Yeah, he's 82. Yeah, you'll have
you could go a lot of ways. Surprised he didn't have his boy Jamar Chase in there. Neither of you guys actually didn't have Jamar Chase. I know Brian has him more than you usually, but
yeah,
came back last week. Finally.
Yeah, it was just last week, so you gotta show me again.
We're gonna see the Bengals or the Bungles. We don't know,
right? You can go from Devontae to Gallup, but I think you're safer with Devontae.
Yeah, especially Waddle out.
You can go Gaskin to Mark Andrews.
Andrews been hot, but it's Tyler Huntley, which again didn't play bad,
he still gave you 11 for 11, 115 and a touchdown. So
right,
that means the receivers are seeing the ball because Huntley's not running it. So
is there?
I don't know
of Huntley because he got to come in mid game. The Browns didn't prepare for him. Now the Packers get a week to prepare for him. It could be a little different.
You can go, man. You can get a little Huntley stat going with Bateman or Andrews.
He will get you the rushing yards. He has that rushing upside to him. But I know it's in Baltimore, but the line went up to 7 with this Lamar news, and I think that's probably right. I don't think the Packers are going to have much trouble with the Ravens. The Ravens have been barely winning all season, and I think, stop. We don't want Tyler Huntley. Oh, geez, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's like, let me see what I can do. Oh, my God, the Trip Ravens. My Steeler jersey is going to burst into flames here. That's dead rivals.
We might as well put J-Rob back in there because we all got him.
I'm looking through his pivots. The only guys he wrote down that we haven't said are, you clicked on his name. I don't think we said it. Devontae Freeman at 5,500. I seen you glance at him earlier.
Oh, yeah. Devontae. Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk, 6,300 against Atlanta. I'm fine with that. He's been really good lately. Scored the game winner in OT last week.
He needed that for his points because other than he would have gave you like 4 points last week.
Mm-hmm. And then he had Noah Fant or Albert O, either the Denver tight end versus Cincy, 4,400 and 3,300, which might not be bad because
outside of their running backs, I want nobody that catches passes in Denver. Just how much I do not like Teddy Bridgewater.
This could be Brian chasing what George Kittle just did to Cincy. Like, okay, they can't cover tight ends.
Yeah.
And then for defense, he had Packers at 33 and Niners, your defense at 31. So Packers at 33, he'd be going against your Huntley Ravens flock here. You got left 11. Trying to see what you can do.
46. Do we have any cheap running backs?
I had Jeff Wilson at 5 was my cheaper, and I didn't even feel great about that. It's when you only got 9 games, it's hard to get a cheapo running back in there. Who was that last receiver you just had in and took back out?
Devontae Adams.
Oh, well, you can put our boy Marvin Jones in for 46 and then have a lot of running back money.
All right, so this is what I came up with. I tried to keep it as close to his lineup as possible. So obviously we got Huntley, Bateman, and Mark Andrews. Huntley 54, Andrews is 64, and Bateman is 5,000. His running back, the first one I clicked on was James Robinson because we all got him. So why not just keep him in there? You also picked Najee Harris. I found a way to keep him in there for good reason because he's going to give you like 20 points at this rate, like every week. He's guaranteed. Mm-hmm. I also kept his Deontay Johnson. So we kept him in there at 75. We put Christian Kirk back in there at 53. Why not, right? Because we all got him. Well, you don't. You have AJ Green.
Yeah.
But he has Christian.
We're fine. We're all fine with either one.
Yeah. And then I kept Gabe Davis in there and Buffalo defense. So the only thing that changed was Huntley, Bateman, and Mark Andrews. And yeah.
Yeah, so that's a neat little way to go about it. That's a lot of Steelers and Ravens. I don't think I have anything.
Oh, and there's 400 left over.
Oh, I did have one more receiver down. You had Barrios. Do you like Crowder as well at 5K?
I don't know. He didn't get the targets last week. He got 6 targets, but he only caught 3. So I don't know. I was a little scared of that.
Okay.
Because Barrios because usually like younger quarterbacks, they like their slot receivers. Right. Those are the underneath guys that are going to see the most targets.
Yeah.
I definitely looked at Jameson Crowder, but there was like nobody else on the Jets that I liked.
Yeah, this was a rough slate. Next week, we have 2 Saturday games again next week. If we don't get any COVID postponements, you're gonna have some of your. We got a Monday night Dolphins Saints next week. Ew.
Good. I don't play any of those guys anyway.
We got Cowboys Washington is Sunday night.
It's fine. I don't play anybody.
Niners Titans on Thursday.
Just more teams that I don't play from. Like we're okay. I'm okay with this.
Saturday Browns Packers.
That's fine.
And then Colts Cardinals.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're gonna have your. I can't. Okay, so next week you're gonna have your J Jeffs and all your boys are back and
yeah, I'm gonna have Brady,
Tampa,
Gronk,
New
Jefferson.
England. Oh, and Buffalo's going back to New England. Oh yeah, your lineup's gonna be. I already know what's coming next week. Hunter Henry, J Jeff. Mm-hmm. It's already you're already ready.
Gronk.
You're like I'm back, baby.
You might see a Mac Jones to Kendrick Bourne stack. I don't know. Be ready.
Oh, and the Chargers get the Texans next week. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Play Herbert, play them all. Eckler, Keenan Allen, play them all. Herbert might throw 8 touchdowns in the first half if he wants.
All right. I think we're done. I don't have any more pivots.
I'm good.
Because everybody's is out, hurt, COVID, postponed, postponed. So I don't know. Good luck this week, guys.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Our Steelers go to Kansas City next week. You're going to be rooting for us to pull one out of our ass. You're going to be a Steeler fan next week.
It's rough. It's very rare. All right. We can just skip and just go, just click. If you have Jonathan Taylor this week, good luck. I do think the Patriots will not take him out of the game, but slow him down. We're going to slow him down. Our front seven is really that good.
I was just going to say, in my fantasy playoffs, I have Stevenson and Taylor going in that game now that Damian Harris has been ruled out. So I'm like, okay, I'm just hoping it's all runs. I think Stevenson will smash.
Got to save the passing attack for the playoffs. When
I didn't even know Damian was in jeopardy of missing. I just got an update he was ruled out. I mean, I knew he had the hammy, but
I didn't think it was that bad still.
Yeah, I seen him pull up in the rain game against Buffalo. Like when he went to the sideline, you can tell he grabbed it. Like
I didn't think it was that bad. He came back and almost ran for another touchdown. Almost had his own Greg Jennings moment.
Right. Might be precautionary too. Might be like, look, let's just give you a week. Make sure you're 100%. Do you think Brandon Bolden will be at all relevant?
I think so. Yeah. Especially as the third down running back and out of the backfield. I think so.
Okay. All right. Let's see what you got here.
By the
way, we already knew that was coming.
A lot of these games were so hard. Like Arizona minus 12.5 on the road. It wouldn't surprise me if Detroit kept it a little closer.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me. So I stayed away from like this game. My biggest shocker was I took Chicago +6.
Okay.
This is a game Minnesota should win by a lot. But one, it's on Monday. They if it's not a 1 p.m. or a 4 p.m. game, the Vikings suck. Mm. And for whatever reason, I think the Bears swept them last year.
Are you scared at all that their OC and DC are both out with COVID?
I don't even think that matters.
It may when Matt Nagy is the guy, but
I don't even know because Matt Nagy will find a way to win this game to save his job.
I hope so. I did a DraftKings lineup actually that plays the whole slate, and I put Justin Fields as my quarterback with Mooney because the Vikings defense. Have you seen it? It sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So I think it's a sneaky stack. Fields is only 5,500, so I'm kind of with you on the Bears. Actually, though, there's no way I'm laying 6 points with the Vikings. That's for damn sure.
Now, unless it's the postseason, this team just can't win. So I went with the Saints +11.5.
Ooh, you went against Brady?
I mean, the Bucs should win, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's close or there's another upset here. The Bucs just can't beat the Saints in the regular season.
That's a good point.
I think Brady's 0-3 in the regular season against the Saints.
Yeah, the complete opposite of the Bills.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here.
It's a lot of points, but
now,
it's Taysom Hill. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I think the Bucs would lose.
Yeah.
I picked their defense, but it was hard with the amount of points that they're favored by. So I went with the Falcons +9.
Okay.
I'm not impressed at all by what the 49ers are doing. Sure, they won last week and it was overtime and, great. But I can see like the 49ers winning, but it staying close because Jimmy G will probably throw up a pick or two again to keep the game close. And the Falcons, they stay in games that they shouldn't be staying in. Or they'll score when you finally don't expect them to because it's Matt Ryan. Right? There's some days where he's just like, damn, Matt Ryan's dead. And then there's games where it's just like, oh, he's back. And this is one of those games where I think it was 2 years ago when the 49ers made the playoffs, the Super Bowl. I think the Falcons beat them that year. So,
possibly.
Like Matt Ryan, he can still go. And I can see this being one of those games where like they could pull off the upset here. Because they're also still fighting for a playoff spot, too. This is what I was saying earlier. They're a game behind each other. So if the Falcons beat the Niners, they flip-flop spots in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's essentially a regular season playoff game.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
I went Jags -5. 2 bad teams, 1 favorite at home. I just took the home favorite. Why? I mean, maybe the Jags will find a way to win under, with Urban Meyer there. Maybe they got something to prove. All the coaches there being called losers and all this other stuff. I don't know. Maybe they'll just shove it to their old coach's face. Like, yeah, we can still play. You just suck. And then
definitely wouldn't take Houston. I mean, I can't take Jacksonville with you, but it's Jacksonville or nothing.
Yeah. And then I took Denver -3 here. I don't like Denver at all, but it's really hard to play. It's really hard to win in Denver. So -3, you have no idea which Bengals team is going to show up. I still call them the best team in their division, but like I said, we don't even know which Bengals team is going to show up.
Nobody wants to win the AFC North anymore.
Nah, they really don't. They're all trying really hard to lose. So
the door's open, Big Ben. Come on, baby.
I'll take Denver. I'll take Denver here, and people know I hate Denver, so. But I feel really confident that they'll win this game. Javonte and Melvin Gordon will score another 5 touchdowns this week.
Ooh, 5. Huh?
Well, I think Javonte scored 2 or 3 last week, and Melvin scored 2.
I know Melvin scored 2. I don't know. It's probably close. Actually, you're right. They had at least 3, so they definitely were just doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah, so I can see that replicating that again this week.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything to say. The one I have with you, I'm 100% on board with you with the Bears +6. Too many points. No, Vikings shouldn't be favored by a touchdown. Sorry, all their games are close. It'll come down to a field goal. 6 is too many. They may pull it out. But yeah, not by a touchdown. The Bears are actually playing better lately. At least offensively. I know Allen Robinson has COVID, but I don't think he really gives 2 craps about playing for Chicago anymore. I think it's Mooney time. He's done. He wants a good quarterback. I hope he gets one in the offseason. Finally. He's going to sign with it's going to be I hope he doesn't chase the money. He already got the money in Chicago, so now he should be trying to win and trying to go somewhere where he can be good. Go out to the Chargers. Mike Williams. Let Mike Williams go and Allen Robinson come in with Keenan Allen. Could you imagine Keenan Allen and Allen Robinson?
That'd be great.
Yeah. Not good for the Chiefs. I'm on my Steelers this week. I do not like the Titans. I have not liked them all season, and now they're really injured. Ooh, we're favored now? It's going the other way. Titans opened as a favorite. It's in Pittsburgh. You kidding me? Come on now. If we don't beat this game, I mean, I guess I keep saying that every week. Man, it would have been disappointing. But the AFC North's wide open. Browns have COVID out their ass, but now they just got bailed out. They're going to play Monday now. So I don't know. We could win this game for sure.
Oh yeah, wait. Who's playing Tuesday?
Rams and Seahawks and Washington and Philly. Okay. They're both on at 7:00. So both on at the same time. It'll be interesting how that'll play out. I thought they'd do maybe 1 at 4, 1 at 7.
Yeah, right? Or like 1 at 8, 1 at 11, something like that.
Yeah. They must just want to get them out of the way, get the next week started. I am 1 against you. I think the Bengals do it this week. I think this is a Bengal week, not a bungle week. So we'll see. You're really playing with fire, taking Bengal games.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the better quarterback. The dumbest stat ever that I heard. The last 10 times, this is just dumb, but the last 10 times the Bengals traveled over 1,000 miles, they're 10-0. Now, I don't know who pulled that out or where they found it, but I said, now that's a stat. Talk about just making up crap, right?
Yeah, right?
I was like, who does this? Somebody's just trying to. I heard it on the radio today. I'm like, that's retarded. But yeah, I'm on the Bengals this week. Denver, how you talked about Teddy Bridgewater. I don't really like him either. Bengals have a big advantage at quarterback, and I think that's enough to get them there. Should be a close game, though. Ugly pick of the week. I'm taking it's too many points. They haven't played well in a long time. Owner just calls quarterback. I think the Giants are getting too many points.
I'm taking the Giants?
Yeah, I'm taking the 11. Dallas is – did you watch it? I mean, well, you had Ricky Seals. If you take away their defensive plays, they didn't really play that well against Washington.
No, it wasn't that good.
Something's wrong with that. Something's off, and I just think it's a divisional game. I do think Dallas wins, but I think 11's too many. Saquon maybe gets in the end zone. Mike Glennon, Jake Fromm, hold it together. Keep within 10. Hoping for like a 27-17 final there. And I didn't like that many sides this week, so I went to the totals for the last two. I took the Saints under with Tampa. If the Saints keep it close, it will be low scoring because I don't think they're going to score a whole lot on them because Taysom Hill can't throw. So I think I'm with you with the Saints with the 11. Like, I can see it, so I'm going under because I think it'll be low scoring if they keep it close. If it gets to a shootout, Tom Brady's going to blow them away. Finally, maybe not because you said he's their kryptonite. And then the other under, I'm going to the Buffalo game. This is more a fact. I don't think Carolina's going to score much, and Buffalo wins this game like 38-3, maybe 28-10. Like, I just don't think.
I said 38-3. Oh my god!
I don't like Carolina.
I
don't like Carolina, man. I just think they're bad.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, especially if DJ Moore's out, how are they going to move the ball?
Cam, he's going to run.
Yeah, I quit it. Cam is not ready for 200. He's probably going to get benched after he throws a pick on the first drive. They'll put PJ Walker.
He's not even going to throw the ball. How is he going to throw the pick? He's not throwing the ball.
Okay, he'll fumble the ball. Cracked me up last week and they benched him and PJ Walker came in through a pick. I said, oh my God, this team's a mess. They don't even know what they're doing at quarterback.
No, they don't. As soon as they picked up Cam, everybody got so happy. Like, oh my God, Cam gets to show how much better he is than Mac. And here he goes. He underthrew DJ Moore by like 10 yards. And it's like, yeah, Cam doesn't have an arm, huh?
How did that team beat the Cardinals?
Wait, the Panthers beat the Cardinals?
Yes. That was the game PJ Walker started and Cam had those stupid goal line runs. He's like, I'm back.
Oh, I forgot that was even against the Cardinals. Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like they played them again. I think somebody said they always beat the Cardinals. Like, they have their number. It's just one of those weird things. Kind of Pittsburgh. We can never beat the Raiders.
They
some teams
blew them out.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
34-10. What even happened? Oh, this was the Colt McCoy game.
Oh, well, that explains it a little more. But still, that's still not.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Carolina's
I forgot about this game.
Right. Everybody just kind of say, do you have Brian's picks up on your text?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go over Brian's picks. He took Dallas, so he's against you here. Okay. He's with you on the Steelers -1.
Of course, our homer coming out. All three of us did our homer picks this week. You're on New England. We're both
of course. He took Arizona -12.5.
I'm fine with that.
Brian, I hope you're watching this. I thought you said you didn't like all these huge points.
He got back on the train.
3 of them here.
He got back on the train this week.
Yeah, and then he took Buffalo here.
Hey, I said 38-3, so he's right.
My God. He took the Bungles +3. I guess you're both against me. I can't wait to see Denver win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's against us on the last one.
Yeah, he took the Vikings.
Ooh, so.
Yeah.
So me and Brian are on the Bengals, and me and you are on
the Vikings.
Bears.
Oh yeah, on the Bears. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a couple teaming up here. All three of us are not on the same game on anything.
No, it's very rare that we're all on the same exact game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys. I'm surprised you guys didn't pick New England.
I'm done picking against New England, and the Colts are favored, and I'm like, Vegas, I feel like, is trying to tell us what we're doing here. Like, why are the Colts favored?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Colts have been high. I'm not trying to take anything in Jonathan Taylor because it's interesting. Can Belichick be the one? Because no one's been able to stop that dude. And, he takes away his best player.
Mm-hmm. He's going to force Carson Wentz to use to beat him with J.C. Jackson out there and Devin McCourty.
We're going to see how good Michael Pittman is. He gets a lot of hype around dynasty circles, and I do like Michael Pittman, but it's a big game for him because they're going to need him. And the old, I don't think this is Peyton versus Brady when you got Mac Jones and Carson Wentz. This is a little different Patriots-Colts type era here.
Yeah, it's going to be the Mac Jones show.
What, he's going to throw 3 passes again?
He's going to throw 3 touchdowns.
Oh, no, wait. This one's in a dome.
He's going to throw 3 touchdowns.
Is he
calling it? 303 touchdowns. Wow. 1 to Hunter Henry, 1 to Kendrick Bourne, and 1 to Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, I hope it's Stevenson.
I hope so, too.
Oh, let me ask you. I want to ask you and Brian this, but obviously he's not here. So with Stevenson playing, I had to bench a receiver in my league, right?
Okay.
All right, so I want you to bench one of the 3. Christian Kirk, T. Higgins, or DJ Moore. I have to bench one of those guys.
Well, DJ Moore's not even playing.
Well, I'm assuming he plays, obviously. This is DJ Moore plays.
Just bench DJ Moore.
Even if he's out there?
Yeah.
Because it's Cam?
Yeah.
Okay. He it says officially listed as questionable.
He's the only one that I just, even if he played well last week, I just don't like him.
Yeah, it said he was in and out of the lineup last game, so it's scary. So if you start him, he could get hurt on the first play. Hammy, he'd be like, you know what, my hammy ain't there. So you much rather play T. Higgins and Christian Kirk just to be safer?
Because T. Higgins is he's at least getting you 15 points.
I'm scared of Kirk because I'm scared of Arizona getting up and not throwing it, but he should get some targets even before they go. Him and AJ should. I mean, I think the targets will be pretty split there. AJ had the 100 yards this week, so
I thought he was like already out. So I feel like I gotta look.
I'm on Yahoo right now, and it says he should be able to suit up against Buffalo. That's the latest I see. I don't know what it says on Roto there. I can't see that. What's it say?
He appears on track by fantasy managers. He appears on track, but I don't know. We'll see.
Hammies are tough because he could blow it out first play. He could be like, you know what? Nope.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's actually rough. I want to pick the 3 receivers because he's been solid with Cam.
Mm-hmm. And Tre'Davious White is out for Buffalo, so that's what I mean.
You got T. Higgins.
You can't bench him right now.
Yeah, especially the last 3 weeks or the last outside of week 11, every other week after that, he's been very solid. And the other one was Christian Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
He's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
he's
But they said Hopkins has a 20% target share, so obviously everybody gets a little more.
Yeah, Kirk, AJ Green, Rondale Moore, or James Conner might see the ball more.
Yeah.
So now I'm leaning towards Christian Kirk, but obviously that's a game time decision now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, and that's a league I have to score a lot in because I went against Mahomes. So
nice.
I am already in the pickle there.
Yeah.
So can't mess anything up in that one. So, alrighty, not bad, man. Just being you, 58, we got her there.
I mean, because we're just speaking for Brian, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Not too bad. But all right, everybody, we're gonna close it down there. My Twitter is protagonist_TV on Twitter. I will be live tweeting the game on Saturday tomorrow. Definitely be watching that game. So if you want to interact and talk smack if the Patriots lose, you'll find me on there.
I know who I'm rooting for in that game.
You're rooting for the Pats, obviously.
I'm rooting for Jonathan Taylor and Stevenson. That's what I'm rooting for.
You're rooting for Stevenson to make up for what Taylor's not going to do.
Don't go there.
I'm telling you. Everybody,
what's Taylor get tomorrow? What do you think his stat line? Does he get in the end zone?
No.
No.
He doesn't even get 100. He doesn't even get 100 yards.
What's he get? Give me a ballpark.
Under
60?
75.
Under 75. Okay. Man, I hope he runs for 200. I hope they both do. I told you, man. I want to see run.
I'm telling you, Stevenson will make it up for you.
Hope so.
I'm telling you, I told you, 303 touchdowns from Mac Jones. One of them to Stevenson, one to my boy Hunter Henry, and the other one to Kendrick Bourne. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. You heard it here first.
We know it won't be Jacoby Myers. He's got his one.
Yeah, he's got one. Yeah, he's good for the rest of the season. Yeah,
the rest of his career.
Yeah, you can end it off, Luke.
Okay. I'm Lucas Deepow on Twitter. You can find me not talking about the Patriots and talking about Steelers Titans on Sunday. Must win. Yeah, I'm trying to really think of your game, man, because I think I just want New England to win the division. If Pittsburgh is thinking wild card, need just the Colts to go to 7-7. So I guess I'm a Patriots fan tomorrow, and that is disgusting. So
that sounds great to me.
Yeah. Hey, next week when we're playing Kansas City, you'll be on our train.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, rooting for old Big Ben to beat Mahomes. That'd be funny as shit, though, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, Steelers, Blue Jackets, Buckeyes at Lucas Deepow. I think that's about it for tonight.
Yes. Anyway, peace, guys. We'll be back next Friday.
Yep. Hopefully Brian's with us.
Brian should be back.
Yep. See you guys.
Day tour. Oh, wait. What the?
Uh-oh. And we're still here.
Yeah, no, we're still here.